Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, MegaCrasher is here, and it is time for me to deliver some answers to you guys. Now, you see, on the 13th, 6 days ago, I made a video called MegaCrasher's Q&A number 1, meaning I made the video announcement where I got you guys to ask me questions in the comment section down below, and in the follow-up video, I would be making a video answering each and every single one of your guys' questions live and in living insanity. So with that being said, my friends, woo! Let's get in with this. So, the first question, DJ the Legend, what was your motivation to want to start working out? Well, my friend, there's quite a few motivations, but I have to say, the very first motivation came from my dad. You see, growing up when I was about 5, 6, 7 years old, my dad was diced up like tomatoes. He was ripped, man. Like, he looked like he was ready to go. Like, in any bodybuilding competition, he looked like he was show ready. And it was amazing. And I thought to myself, man, you know what? When I grow up, I want to be just like him. And, you know, like, he was amazing. He had an amazing physique. He worked his ass off. And that right there, it goes to show that when you work your ass off, results do pay off. Results do come in, and you will be proud of the results. But what really kicked it into high gear for me was when the day that I turned 16, I was in high school. I was being picked on a lot because I was not even a 120-pound soaking wet kid. I was skinny. I was skinny like a rake. So I thought, you know what? I really need to build myself up in more ways than one because I wasn't confident. I, wasn't feeling happy about myself. I was getting picked on. I didn't look good. So I went to the gym, started training, and then noticed results there pretty quick. And started gaining confidence there pretty quick. And it turned things around for me. High school was still a rough go for me despite all of that. But the biggest thing that came out of all of this is the fact that I stuck to my regimens, stuck to training, and stuck to believing in myself. And here's the thing. I also work out for therapeutic reasons because I find that when you have a lot of, pent-up aggression, it's really good to get it out at the gym rather than getting it out on someone's face. You know what I mean? So, when you go and you use that to your advantage, when you go and you use that to work out, you build yourself up in the right ways. You build yourself up more positively, you build more confidence, build more muscle, build more control, more discipline. I mean, working out really does help improve the quality of life for yourself. So, my recommendation is if you got a gym near you, I would highly recommend that you start doing it because it will help you to be a better person, to build yourself up to be a better person, altogether. Trust me. Fast forward 10 years later, here I am sitting in front of you. I started working out the day that I turned 16, September 25th, 2006, and it's 2016 now. It's not quite September, but we'll say it's almost 10 years later. And here I am sitting in front of you, the person that I am. And I'm damn proud to be the kind of person I am. And it's also very flattering when I get compliments, when I get feedback saying that you're an inspiration, you're this, you're that. And I'm just like, damn, man, things like this, it is possible. You just got to believe in yourself, and you got to work your ass off. And the going may be tough at first. As a matter of fact, there is no maybe about it. It will be tough, but you got to bust your ass. You got to keep going at it, and trust me. When you sweat, bleed, pay the price, and when you come out on top, you're going to be looking back and you're thinking, damn, I really did it. And that's the way I feel when it comes to working out, and that's also the way that I feel when it comes to doing YouTube and doing all this for you guys, So, sorry for the little bit of a rant there. So, DJ the Legend, thank you for asking your question. Thank you very much. So, the next person who wasn't so much a question, but it's more or less a statement. The Stupendous Wave. I'm so impressed, man. You have a natural talent for YouTube and entertainment. And see, that right there is a big compliment, especially coming from the caliber of this individual right here. I mean, this guy, I have been subscribed to him since he was about 8,000 subscribers, maybe a little more, a little bit less, can't quite remember. But he just blew past 70,000 subscribers. And I mean, it wasn't that long ago that he hit 50,000. So this guy has a ton of talent and a ton of knowledge, and just he makes videos. He not only does he do trailer reviews, he also does things like theories, also what if sort of thing. It's like just they're amazing videos. So my recommendation, if you guys are a fan of Jurassic World, if you guys are a fan of Star Wars and King Kong and any good, solid, quality content, then the Stupendous Wave, definitely recommend him. Check him out. He is absolutely amazing. And the fact that he made this statement to me, and I'm like I'm like really small compared to him, it's amazing. And that right there hits deep, man. Them feels, man. Holy shit. So, whew, with that being said, let's move on to the next question. Black Doom 900. Okay. Favorite game / community not including Pokemon. Okay. I've always been a big fan of the Mario games, you know? Like, I grew up with playing Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, and also when we got the N64, Super Mario 64 was the first game I played on that system. So Mario was definitely a top favorite of mine. I also like WWE games. I recently played WWE 2K16. That game, oh my god, the graphics are absolutely amazing. So it's definitely a toss-up between WWE games and Mario. You know, like I will always be a fan of those two, always. I can't say which I like more, because I both like them in different ways that kind of equal to each other. You know what I mean? So yeah. So Mario and WWE are my two other favorite games, not including Pokemon. So thank you for asking me that there, Black Doom 900. Captain Grovile, how you doing, buddy? Let's see. So favorite legendary. I can't say I have a top solid favorite legendary for all generations, but I can give you my favorite legendary from each generation. So Generation 1, Zapdos, all-time favorite. I mean, Zapdos is just, it's so badass, and it's one of the top-ranked legendaries in competitive battle, in my opinion. Sure, it fell from grace from OU to UU, but it's still good in OU. Generation 2, it's a toss-up between Suicune, Lugia, and Raikou. I like all those Pokemon in different ways. They all have different roles. Raikou especially is very awesome because of the fact that this thing is such an amazing Calm Mind sweeper. And when it's faced in a really bad situation, it could just Volt Switch out. And especially if it gets a Calm Mind boost behind its belt, it's going to hurt, even if it's resisted. Generation 3, I liked Registeel, Kyogre, and Groudon, and I also liked Rayquaza and Jirachi. Deoxys was okay, but it's not on the list though. Generation 4, oh my god, there was a lot of legendaries in Generation 4, but I have to say that Giratina was probably my favorite legendary out of all of them. Well, that and Arceus, Manaphy, Shaman, and Heatran. Those are also really good legendaries and really, really good favorites for me. Generation 5, I'd have to say it would be Landorus Therian, Kyurem, Keldeo, and Terrakion. I also like Virizion too. In Generation 6, do I even need to say who my favorite legendary is in Generation 6? Do I? Alright, fine. Zygarde! I fucking love Zygarde. And you want to know something? I want Game Freak to give me my Mint Snake. Give me my fucking Mint Snake, Game Freak. As a matter of fact, it's not just mine, it's all of ours. Give us our Mint Snake. Seriously, don't make me rip my shirt off again. I'll hop through that screen and knee choke everyone in Game Freak until we get Zygarde. The shiny one. Okay? I got my eyes on you, son. I got my eyes on you. Okay, so, next question. Let's get back on focus here. Assault Glade! What's up, buddy? Favorite Pokemon movie? Oh my god. Well, if I'm gonna be honest here, let's see. I have to say it's a toss-up between the first movie and the third movie. The first movie being, well, the first of its kind, is always going to have that special spot etched in my heart. I remember when I first seen that movie in movie theaters, man, oh man, it had that big feel to it. It was amazing. And the fact that it was Mewtwo and Mew come to life, just battling it out. I mean, it was like a childhood fantasy come to life, right? It was absolutely amazing. Um, what else? And the third movie with Entei in it. The fact that Charizard battled Entei was amazing. I mean, the battle was pretty much one-sided, but Charizard was able to hold its own to some degree, and uh, putting two of the best fire-type Pokemon in that time against each other was absolutely amazing, and that right there was definitely what sealed it for me for the third movie being one of my favorites. And also, the underwater battle between Misty and... I forget her name, but... Oh yeah, Molly. Molly. Misty and Molly. The underwater battle that they had, oh my god. That was amazing. It's just like the music, the setting, and the action, just... That right there, it's one of the best moments in Pokemon history. Underwater battles for the win. Amazing. So, that right there answers the question, favorite Pokemon movie. I have two, so I hope that's okay. So, let's move on. AF Blaze, my man. Woo! So he's got two questions here. What are your thoughts about the introduction of the Fairy type and Mega Evolution? Well, Fairy types definitely broke the metagame in my opinion, because not only is there no immunities against Fairy type moves, but they took Dragon type being one of the most spammable moves into being not one of the most spammable moves. I mean, back in 5th generation, Dragon type moves were so splashable that everybody was like packing Steel types on their team because that was the only type that resisted dragons. But now, thanks to Fairy types being immune to Dragon type moves. Hey, where's that spam outrage? Where's all that stuff? You notice that a lot of dragons fell from grace with the introduction of Fairy types. So, I definitely think that was, like, amazing. It was a very, very big and impactful moment in Pokemon history, especially when it comes to the competitive scene. So, Fairy types, I definitely thought was a very, very good way to shake things up. I'm always all about surprise. And the second part of the question, Mega Evolution. Oh, man. Mega Evolution, Mega Evolution, Mega Evolution. Where do I begin with Mega Evolution? Oh my god. Mega Evolution, to me, it brought like a whole new... It brought a whole new thing to the table, obviously. But for me, personally, it brought back so many memories, because it's like, you have Charizard, you have Venusaur, you have Blastoise, being the 3 original Kanto starters. For getting them Mega Evolutions, now that right there was a way to bring back Nostalgia City. Woo! Amazing. And some of the Mega Evolutions there were amazing. Like, Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y blew me away. Mega Blastoise, though, with the fucking arm cannons and that mortar launcher on the back, absolutely amazing. Venusaur, on the other hand, I mean, all it did was give it more plants and make the tree look a little bit bigger. Competitive-wise, though, it is very amazing. I think that Mega Evolutions definitely shook things up when it comes to competitive play. However, there are a few Mega Evolutions that I feel are not good. And, in fact, their base forms actually do better. For example, Mega Audino, its singles ability is crap. It's known as Healer, which does nothing. Regular Audino, on the other hand, gets Regenerator. So I'm thinking that Regenerator Audino versus Healer Mega Audino, I mean, Regenerator Audino, I think, is better. Moving on to something like Mega Sharpedo. Now, I'm not necessarily hating on Mega Sharpedo. Mega Sharpedo is actually very good. But I think that regular Sharpedo is good because of the fact that it keeps that ability speed boost, and it can hold an item such as Life Orb, for example, excuse me, to deal out more damage than Mega Sharpedo, for example. Even though it got more bulk, it's still not enough. And the thing of it is, it's meant to be a powerhouse. It's meant to be a glass cannon. But when you give it more defenses and stuff like that, it's like, bro, really? You're making it. You're kind of making it less than what it could be, kind of thing. If that makes any sense. But yeah, there's some arguments there that Pokemon Mega Evolutions like Mega Audino and Mega Sharpedo were kind of bad, but I suppose they're good in their own ways. But let's see, you got Mega Evolutions that for the most part are very amazing. So I thought Mega Evolutions was one of the best concepts that Game Freak ever came up with. This was amazing. Um, so the next question that he asked me is, what is your reaction from Pokemon tournament characters, the legendary bird's hidden abilities, and the Volcanion personality about how he hates humans? Okay. I'm not really big into Pokemon, so I can't really answer that accurately. Although I did hear about Chandelure being a Pokemon character, I'm just thinking, how the hell is Chandelure going to work? It has candles for limbs, but it doesn't have any. It has no ability to punch. Like, what the fuck? It's a special attacker, so I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how that works. The Dark Mega Mewtwo, though, that right there is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it go to work. Um, let's move on to the Legendary Bird's hidden abilities. The Legendary Bird's hidden abilities, I would love to see it. I mean, the fact that Articuno, I think it's Ice Body for its hidden ability. It could fit well on Hail teams. You know, slap leftovers on it, and have like a couple of Hail inducers on there, maybe Mega Abomasnow and Auroras, and you would have Articuno being somewhat of a tank in the Hail. For Zapdos having its hidden ability, Lightning Rod, at least I think it's Lightning Rod. It might be static, but if it's either or, if it's Lightning Rod, oh my god, that thing would move way up to OU. It would be one of the best Mega Manectric counters, in my opinion. I mean, sure, it would have to deal with Overheat or whatever, but, you know, just roost off. That's it. And fucking Moltres is a Flash Fire, I think it is. That would be amazing. It could switch in on Will-O-Wisp, it could switch in on Fire Blast, and eat them up and get that free boost in the power of its Fire-type moves. It would be amazing. So I definitely think that the hidden abilities for the legendary birds would definitely shake things up for the metagame. For Volcanion, about how he hates humans, or at least has that personality. You know what? That's a really good question. I can't really say I'm surprised, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, okay, is this gonna be like another is this sort of like gonna be like another Mewtwo kind of thing, where Mewtwo was engineered and hated humans? Volcanion, what would be its reason to hate humans? Did the humans invade its territory? Did it destroy the territory? Did they kidnap the Pokemon it was close to? Like, there's a lot of unanswered questions for why Volcanion hates humans, but I definitely think that this right there would add a very good dynamic to the upcoming movie with Volcanion and the perfect fucking Zygarde. Woo! Man, I can't wait to see that movie. It's going to be awesome! Woo! I can't wait. And he says, and keep up the good work, my man. Oh, man. You know I will, man. You know I will. So, next question. What makes you so awesome? A simple question that seems to be hard to answer. Wow. How can I answer this without coming off as, you know, conceited or whatever? I guess really the best way I can answer is to be yourself, man. You know, be yourself, and, you know, don't have any regrets as to who you are, you know? If you have something that's different about you, don't run away from it. Don't, you know, think badly about it. Embrace it. That's what makes you who you are. You know, for me, I grew up with Asperger's syndrome. You know, I grew up with autism. I've outgrown it, but the thing of it is these so-called quote-unquote mental disabilities, you know, they have good things with it. For example, if we go to, for example, who's someone here? Oh yeah, Albert Einstein. Did you know that he had autism? He was as smart as anything. He was the smartest person in history. I mean, you know, having something like that comes with gifts, and pretty much having any differences comes with gifts. If you really think about it and you really try to like look into it, you know, try to extract positives out of what seems to be negatives, and you know, embrace yourself, be who you want to be who you are meant to be. You know, embrace the way that God made you. That's what will make you awesome. And that's what makes me awesome because I've learned to embrace myself as to who I am and basically tell anybody who don't like me for who I am, from me to you, right there, buddy. Because I like me. And I'm not going to have anybody change that. I'm not going to change myself for anybody. I'm not going to conform to anybody's beliefs. And that right there should be the way it is. You know, if you are happy with you, don't let anybody change that. They got a problem with that? Well, give them the message along with the middle finger. Because you deserve to be happy, you deserve to be who you are, and that's that. That's it. So, let's move on here. Gale Kling Klang. Oh my god. Let's see. Oh my god, you... Man, oh man, you got a novel here. Okay, brace yourself. Oh, trust me, I'm bracing myself. As a matter of fact, excuse me 1 second. Holy fuck. So let's see, the first question. What was your reaction to the steel type's resistance change from 6th generation? I was horrified. Because now that makes ghost and dark type moves way more threatening and way more spammable. And you have Pokemon such as Aegislash that if the steel type resistances did not drop the dark and ghost, it would be more busted than ever. Metagross would not be weak to ghost and dark, and same with Jirachi. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but I can understand why they did what they did, because in return they gave Steel a resistance to Fairy type Pokemon, and also they gave it another way to be super effective against a type, that being Fairy. So it kind of balances out, but you know, I'm a little bit more disappointed than I am excited. But I do understand why they did what they did. So let's see, let's move on. What would you do if your Volcarona was in a battle against Lucario? Pray the fuck it didn't have Stone Edge. Because, yeah, Stone Edge for Volcarona, not good. And also pray that rocks aren't up on the field, and perhaps maybe, just maybe, I'll have a chance. But Volcarona against Lucario, well, I mean, like, if it's like a regular Lucario, I mean, it would stand a chance. It would stand a chance. Just Fire Blast that bitch and that's it. But Mega Lucario, on the other hand, oh my god. Could be a different story. But let's just say there's a reason why that thing's an Ubers. So next question. Dark, milk, or white chocolate? Oh, white chocolate all the way, man. I fucking love white chocolate. I could eat that shit every day, man. It's so good. Favorite dinosaur? Bro, really? I'm a T-Rex! That should give you a hint as to what my favorite dinosaur is, friend. I would roar, but I have a feeling I would sound like an ass if I did. So, I kind of need to practice on my T-Rex roar behind the scenes before I can show you guys. But yes, the T-Rex is my favorite dinosaur. Mega Metagross versus Optimus Prime. Oh my god. Well, as much as I love Mega Metagross, I think they would get blown back by Optimus Prime's weapon launchers. I mean, you don't mess with Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime will fuck you up. But who knows? Maybe Mega Metagross can pull through. You know, if it could grow as big as Optimus Prime and battle it out, then who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Just maybe. Favorite singers? Oh man, okay. I can't really say I have a favorite singer per se. I mean, I I listen to whatever sounds cool and whatever suits my mood. It could be from anybody. It could be from Motorhead, it could be from Metallica, or it could be from even the Pokemon games. You know, I listen to music from Pokemon. Um, but I have to say that if I was to pick, probably Motorhead and Metallica. You know, those guys are definitely awesome. Um, yeah. So those are really the only two names that come to mind. Uh, Porygon Z or Porygon 2? Porygon 2. The thing is tanky as hell. The thing can eat hits for days. Unless, of course, it gets its EV like knocked off, then you're kind of screwed. Tea, coffee, or hot chocolate? Extra large, triple coffee, please. That is what will get me fueled up for work, get the gears running, and definitely will give my coworkers a reason to stay on their feet the entire 12-hour shift. Just ask anybody I work with. I mean, you know, like, the people I work with, I mean, God love them, but they put up with me so much. They put up with my shenanigans, especially my supervisor, because, you know, if I'm not trying to put wrestling moves on them, I'm doing something else, you know, like, I'm a handful. I'm a handful, especially with coffee in my system. Sorry for the randomness and amount of questions. I'm too indecisive. No, good, bro. Hey, there's a reason I want you to ask me questions. If you got anything to say, my bro, then all you gotta do is ask. So let's see. What the hell does he have down here? What the hell is this? MegaCrasher. Mega. 1,000 or 1,000,000. That's 6 zeros. Crasher. Crash. Crash Bandicoot. Bandicoot. Bandicoot has 9 letters. 9 minus 6 is 3. Corey has 2 eyes. Metagross has 2 eyes. Metagross is the final evolution of Beldum. Beldum has 1 eye, 3 sides, and 1 eye. MegaCrasher is Illuminati confirmed. What the Bro, you must have some kind of imagination. But I like it. I like it. Oh my god. You crack me up, man. You fucking crack me up, dude. Like, definitely you're funny. You're fucking hilarious. Uh, so let's move on here. Let's move on. How old are you? I'm 25 years old. I was born in 1990, September 25th, so I will be turning 26 this year. Are you planning to attend any VGC events this year? Clause Breaker says. No. I am not rich. I do not have the funds to travel, although I would love to go to a VGC event and, you know, not so much win, although it might be possible, but I'm not that good of a VGC player. But I definitely think that if I went to VGC, that I would definitely make an impact, because I would be just going all over the place, going crazy, and going the way that I know how to do. So that's pretty much the best way that I can answer the question. So thank you for asking the question. Let's move on to the next one there. So let's see. We got Emily William Ivanhoe Heskey. Favorite Pokemon of each type? Oh my god. I'm probably gonna miss some types here. So let's see if I can rattle some off for you. Let's see. So favorite normal type? Favorite normal type. That's a good question. I'd have to say favorite normal type is between Bouffalon and Tauros. Bouffalon with that big head of hair, kind of like me, and Tauros just that pissed off bull that wants to destroy everything in sight. So let's see. Let's see for fire types. I love Charizard. Kind of not surprised there, because Charizard is one of my favorite childhood Pokemon. Favorite grass type? Probably between Venusaur and Chestnut. I mean, those two Pokemon are absolutely amazing. I also like Gourgeist and Trevenant. And you could also chalk that up for being favorite ghost types, too, being Gourgeist and Trevenant. As well as Gengar and Giratina. Favorite water type? Have to be Gyarados. Gyarados and Greninja are definitely two of my top favorites. Fairy types would have to be between Gardevoir and Sylveon. Dark types. Umbreon. I love Umbreon. And Greninja, too. Favorite Dragon type? Zygarde, Mega Charizard X, Kyurem, Giratina, Rayquaza, and Dragalge. Let me see. There's so many types. I mean, I can't think of all of them right now, but I'll do one even better. I'm actually going to let's see. I'll leave a comment down below and show you all of my favorite types. I can't think of all the types right now. It's my brain's not that big. Well, I just kind of call myself stupid there. But anyways, let me see. But I'll do the best I can to remember all the types that I can here. Favorite electric types would be Zapdos, Ampharos / Mega Ampharos, Thundurus, and Mega Manectric. Favorite flying type would be Tornadus. That is an amazing Pokemon. Favorite fighting type would have to be... let me see. I like Lucario, I like Machamp, I like Sock, Throw, and Hawlucha. And, if I didn't say this already, Lucario. All these Pokemon are amazing. Favorite steel types? Metagross, baby. Oh man, I love Metagross. I love Mega Metagross. I love Scizor, Mega Scizor. I love Jirachi. And you could say that that's Mega Scizor is also my favorite Bug-type Pokemon too. Same with Mega Pinsir and Heracross. For Psychic types, I like Gardevoir, Jirachi, Bronzong, Mew, Mewtwo, Lugia, Celebi, and I think that's it. I think that might be it. Let me see. What else here? What else? Favorite ice type? Would have to be Lapras, Glaceon. Like, Glaceon is highly, highly good when it comes to its base 130 special attack, but it just has no way of being able to be made used in competitive play properly because it's so slow and it's like weak to everything, right? It's weak to everything. But yeah, definitely be Glaceon, definitely be Lapras, Articuno. What else? I like Glalie, Mega Glalie, and Avalugg. Avalug's good. I love Avalugg. So I think that's all the ice type moves ice type Pokemon I can think of. Sorry. What else? I know I missed. Oh yeah, ground type Pokemon. Zygarde. I like Hippowdon. I like Crocodile. I also like Rhydon. Rhydon's fucking awesome. Golem is awesome. And Rhydon and Golem are also two of my favorite rock-type Pokemon. Same with Aerodactyl and Mega Aerodactyl. Tyranitar's good. What else? Tyrantrum is good. I fucking love Tyrantrum. Ugh, man. What other types are there? Did I miss any, or did I actually get them all? I can't quite remember. So, if I missed any types, I do apologize. I'll annotate them if I did, but that's really all I can do to answer your question, my friend. So I hope you're satisfied, and let's move on to the next one. Raytay says, I can't bench 50 pounds. How much can you? The most I've ever benched was 315 pounds for 3 reps, and they were solid and clean. How long ago did I do that, though? It was like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. But yeah, 315, 3 45-pound plates on each side is very satisfying. And, you know, you say you can't bench 50 pounds, but if you keep at it with a little bit of training every time, you'll be able to do it one day. You will be able to do it because I believe in you. But it doesn't help if you don't believe in yourself, my friend. If you believe in yourself, hey, dreams can come true. You just gotta work your ass off. So, that 50 pounds may become 250 pounds, maybe 350 pounds. You just got to keep working at it, my friend. So, that's really all I can say about Raytay47. Thank you for asking. Fred Cosmic, why are you so awesome? Oh my god. Well, like Lunar Rose asked me that same question, I'll give you the same answer. Be yourself, man. Be yourself. Don't be afraid of who you are. Don't let anybody try and change who you are, especially if you're not happy with it. I mean, if you're happy with yourself, nobody has the right to take that from you. And, if you are happy, then, why change? Why change? Well, don't fix something if it's not broke. You know what I mean? So, how to be awesome? Be yourself, be true to yourself, and be straight up. Be real. I mean, I keep it as real as I can be, 100% of the time. And that's the kind of message I want to project onto you guys is, to go out there and to be proud of who you are. I mean, me, I'm fucking off the wire and I'm crazy, okay? And I'm high-packed with energy and I'm high off life all the time. And I'm proud of it. There may be some people that may not like me because of that. They may not like me because I'm so outspoken. They may not like me because I'm too crazy for them. Hey, well, if that's the case, sorry to hear that, but go ahead and move along. Because I'm not going to waste my time, my energy, thinking about that. I'm just going to be who I want to be, when I want to be, and that's the way that it should be, Be yourself, be proud of who you are. That's pretty much all I got to say as to how you can be awesome. So I hope I answered that correctly. So, Lamar Odom, are you single and ready to mingle? Yes. I'm not really looking for a relationship, though. I'm just kind of, doing my thing right now. I mean, I got out of a relationship a little while back, and I'm just like, okay, well, I want to focus on doing me right now, and focus on the stuff that needs to be focused on, work your ass off, save up money, and also work on what you want to do in the future. For me, I want YouTube to be my future. I want to make videos, I want to produce videos, I want to, make a name for myself, get myself out there, and I also want to get all of us out there too, get this community out there. Because this wouldn't be possible without all of you, I'm not going to take all the credit, I give all the credit to you guys. You guys are fucking amazing. So let's see here. Carlo Emerito, or Emetiro. I hope I pronounced that right. I do apologize if I didn't. So he's got a bunch of questions here. Which Pokemon would you dare wrestle against? Jigglypuff? No, for a challenge, I would love to wrestle Machamp, although it probably would twist me into a pretzel. Number 2, what aspects of Pokemon do you love most and hate? I hate that they didn't make a game where it features all of the regions. I think that'd be pretty cool. Other than that, I love all the other aspects of Pokemon. I mean, it's really hard to pick out any aspects that I hate. But, yeah, the only disappointment is the fact that they didn't make a Pokemon game yet that features all of the regions. I think that'd be pretty cool. So, number 3, are you as outspoken about your love in Pokemon in real life as online, or do you feel embarrassment to admit you are still into it? Hell no, I'm not embarrassed. Everybody and their mother outside here knows that I'm into Pokemon. That's just a part of who I am. If you don't like it, well, sorry about your luck. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, if you're going to judge me because I like Pokemon, I mean, I could easily judge you because you like World of Warcraft or, not Pokemon, Mario or, Dungeons and Dragons. The thing is, what I'm trying to say is we all have our preferences. And nobody has a right to judge and look down on those preferences. Because, they're, like, the way I see it is if they are going to judge you for liking something that, you're into, just because they don't like it, it's like, come on. I mean, that's really immature. So, I like Pokemon, I love Pokemon, and I freely admit it until I'm blue in the face. So, yeah. Would you eat a level 100 Magikarp? Well, level 100 Magikarp, it's kind of a high level. It would probably tackle me, and then use Bounce, and paralyze me, and then splash all over my broken, defeated body. Well, not really, but... oh, man. Okay. Pick a Pokemon you wish to be your starter, a genetically modified unknown with Wonder Guard, a shiny male Combi with an Eviolite given to you, or an affectionate Voltorb with an irreplaceable self-destruct move? What the fuck? Okay. Um, Genetically modified unknown sounds interesting. Um, how far would I be able to genetically modify this? Would I be able to give it legitimate stats and a move set rather than just firing off hidden powers? Because if that's the case, I would like to have a hidden power or an unknown C that knows all crazy moves, such as Dragon Ascent, such as Outrage, such as Close Combat. And with Wonder Guard, oh man, it would be amazing. And I would make it a psychic. Let me see. I would make it actually a. Um, I would make it a dark and ghost. That way, it's only weak to fairies. You know. So there you go. Um, yeah. Let's see. Team Rocket wiped out your entire team, and the nearest Pokemon Center is 721 miles away. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Right? Right? Ghostbusters? Anyone? Ghostbusters? No? Okay. Um, well, I would take Team Rocket on myself, and I would knee choke every single one of them. And then I would call and say, yes, we have a couple of people here that are passed out. You might want to come and take a look at them. I'm not sure if they're intoxicated or if they're just if they're just tired or whatever. But I don't like seeing these people around. I don't like seeing these people passed out. So can you please send the police to come and retrieve them because I don't appreciate them passing out just for no reason. Something like that. Realistically speaking, at which age would you let your child roam the region on their own? Um, Probably 16 years old. Um, yeah, probably 16 years old because, if they're old enough to get a driver's license and they're old enough to get a job, they're old enough to be on their own kind of thing. So yeah, 16 would be my age. Have you ever given Blue/Gary an absurd name in the earlier games out of dislike? Who hasn't? I uh I nicknamed him some pretty nasty stuff that I'm not going to repeat. I want to try and keep this PG-13 here, okay? But I nicknamed him some absurd names. One of them I nicknamed was Knees. I nicknamed him fucking Knees, of all things. It's like, what the hell? I also did the same thing with Silver in Hard Gold and Soul Silver. But nowadays, it's like, yeah, they kind of have that censor on there. You can't exactly use some of those names, so yeah. Um, how do you feel about doing a Nuzlocke run on your channel? I would love to do a Nuzlocke. Just the problem is I don't think my computer would be strong enough per se to do it because my computer is actually very slow. And I feel like that with the amount of lagging that the Nuzlocke would do, it would take away from the quality of the video and the concept altogether, and it wouldn't get well received, in my opinion. So, one of these days, I will be doing a walkthrough, just not right now. I would like to get a better computer first. So yeah. Uh, Number 10, can you describe a time in your personal life when Pokemon uplifted your spirits? Hmm. That's actually a tough question. Um, I'd have to say that um, let me see. If I'm gonna pick a time at all, I'd have to say it's when I was first introduced to Pokemon. When my brother gave me some of his action figures. He gave me the Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard action figures, as well as Raichu and Blastoise, and a mini Blastoise. That right there, it got me so fucking pumped up. I was just ready to go. Like, I was a 7-year-old kid just bouncing around all over the place. I was so excited about it. And it definitely uplifted my spirits despite being like 3 in the morning because we were driving all the way to Bristol, New Brunswick to visit my grandparents. and I wasn't tired at all. Of course, that was the same night that my dad busted one of his tires in the middle of nowhere, and it was scary. But you know, we got it fixed. Someone pulled over and we replaced the tire, and everything was good. But I was fucking scared. Same with like everybody else, like because it was like in the middle of the night, and it was in the middle of nowhere, right? That'd be pretty scary. It's like that's like horror movie shit right there. So yes, hopefully I answered all your questions as best as I could there. Carlo Emiterio. I do apologize if I butchered that name there. All right, moving on. Chow Pong. Who is your favorite PokeTuber? Fuck, I've got quite a few. Um, Shofu, PokeMMD. I also like Mega Magua. Mega Magua is definitely one of the fastest rising PokeTubers to be there is. He's amazing. Um, yeah, like he's one of my favorites, without a doubt. I also like Chimpact. I love Matty Brawlick. Matty Brawlick's fucking awesome. And a couple of other PokeTubers that are like really, really like they're just starting out, but they got a lot of potential would be DJ the Legend and Brad Sharp. First video I watched from Brad Sharp, I just could not stop laughing. It's like his videos, his background music, his narration, and just the fact that I call him the goat of the Pokemon community, it's hilarious. It's so definitely check those guys out. I mean, um, they aren't like high numbers up there. They don't have like 5,000 or 50,000 or 500,000 subscribers. But who cares? Who cares? It's not about how many subscribers you have. It's about the quality of the content, right? And it's like I definitely would say that had I not have known about Brad Sharp, and say if there was no such thing as subscribers or anything like that, like if no such thing as subscriber counts, I should say. Um, I would probably mistaken those guys as someone who's like up there, right? Because they make really good content. Um, so yeah, those are some of my favorite PokeTubers. Let's see. Sarah Roos says, question, are you too embarrassed to fart on video? If not, let one rip. You're so awesome, dude. Congrats on the subs. Well, let me see if I can let one rip for you right now. I got nothing in my ass. Sorry. But no, I'm not embarrassed to let one rip on the video. So there you go. Chow Pong asked, what kind of protein powder do I use after my workout? I use either Mutant Mass or I use Isoflex. Mutant Mass, more or less for when I'm bulking because it has more than just protein in it. It also has things like like it's basically a meal replacement, right? Um, so I like Mutant Mass. I like Isoflex. I also like Whey and Egg. Whey and Egg is really good. It's got a really nice taste to it, and it has like egg protein in it, which is fucking amazing. So definitely would recommend trying those products out. So yeah, let's move on to the next question there. Sorsen, what do you think about each playstyle? Let's see, we got Hyper Offense, we got Stall, Balance, Rain, Hyper Offense, Bulky Offense, Sand Offense, etc. Um, Hyper Offense is amazing. I love Hyper Offense because it's like, you have no room for your opponents to breathe. It's like, you're just there in their face constantly, firing off powerful attacks while they're trying to either outstall you or set up. It's amazing. Sand Offense, not as good, in my opinion, because you don't have permanent weather anymore, which means that you can't abuse things like Sand Rush, Excadrill, and all that stuff to its fullest extent, because Sand runs out in 5 to 8 turns, depending on if you have an item attached to the Weather Inducer, whether it be a Damp Rock for Rain, whether it be an Ice Rock for Hail, Heat Rock for Sun, or Smooth Rock for Sand, right? So I definitely think that weather-oriented teams has definitely went down the drain, but it's not bad. They're still really good. They're really good. Uh, bulky offense. Bulky offense is actually pretty decent. I'm a hyper offense kind of guy. Like, I just want to go, 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 go. Like, I just want to fire off attacks and hopefully end the battle in between 15 and 30 turns. Um, However, I'm not opposed to having longer battles because, I want to stretch it out. I want to be able to kind of take it easy a little bit, think, be a little bit more able to make mistakes and not pay too harshly with those. Like, for example, the Mega Scizor plus Regenerator team was amazing. I had a 150 turn battle in one of the videos I showed you guys in the past. And I didn't lose any of those Pokemon, but it wasn't easy to keep those Pokemon. I had to keep making switches, making plays, all that stuff. My opponent was no slouch. He was actually really, really good. So, yeah. What I think about stall, like straight up stall, oh my god. Get that shit out of there, man. That's disgusting. I'm not that big a fan of stall. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much the best way I can answer your question there, Sorson. Thank you for asking. Ron Kin, MegaCrasher. How would you feel if the item Light Ball not only increased stats for Pikachu, but let it Mega Evolve? Ho. What kind of stats would you think Mega Pikachu would have, and what ability would Mega Pikachu have? Well, my friend, if it increased the stats of Pikachu and then allowed for it to Mega Evolve, would be one of the most busted Pokemon there is. It would be crazy. I mean, damn, like, if it gained like 100 base stats from the Light Ball, well, it doubles the attack and the special attack of Pikachu, does it not? So that's over 100 base stat totals if you include all the investments and the EVs and all that stuff. And then allowing for it to Mega Evolve, like, what kind of stats would it have? I would definitely give it base 150 speed. That way it'll be very powerful, very fast. Maybe give it 25 in attack and special attack. That way it can be a mixed attacker. And then give it Volt Tackle and extreme speed, as well as Surf and maybe Grass Knot. Just to make it a very potent mixed attacker. It would be amazing, and the ability would be let me see. I would make it an ability so that it is it has an immunity. I would either give it Motor Drive, I would give it Lightning Rod, or I would give it Volt Absorb. Probably Lightning Rod, because that way it'll be a great way to boost its special attack and just be able to be just that much more of a mixed attacker. So, yes, so that's pretty much all I can say about your question there, Ronkin. Thank you for asking. And that's actually all the questions there is. So thank you, everybody, for coming through and asking me questions. I do apologize if this video took a little bit longer than expected. I definitely am not the best at keeping things quick when it comes to videos like these, but I wanted to spend time with each question and each person and try and answer/talk to them a little bit, So that's really all I got to say. So thank you guys for the questions. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for participating. If you guys enjoyed this, please feel free to give this a like, give this a thumbs up, and be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to MegaCrasher in the community, because you already know the deal by now, my friends. When we are a community that is tightly packed and tightly knit as one, oh baby, we shine brighter than the sun. So thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys, well, next upload.